Okay, so I thought I would do a Hunter's Fury build. Okay, I'm going to do it in my sort of own sort of style. You've probably seen quite a few Hunter's Fury builds, a lot of them built around the Memento backpack, some with the Scorpio, some with the Lady Death. I will be using the Scorpio, but I won't be using the Memento. And as normal, it's a bit of fun. However, I have actually found this to be fairly comfortable in Heroic. I haven't played all the missions with it. I've just played a few. I haven't tried it on Legendary yet. I might do that for the little run at the end when I've shown you all the stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. As normal, I'm recording this on the Stadia version because so the PC version doesn't crash in the menus and stuff like that. The Stadia version has full crossplay with the PC versions. So anything I do in the PC version is available in the Stadia version and vice versa. So I couldn't really think of a particularly decent apparel idea, so I just went with the Hunter's Fury set. Obviously we've got Hunter's Fury as our brand set. We've got four pieces, including the pack and the chest. And I've got the Vial Mask as my exotic on the body. So this build is actually fairly similar to my Vial Blood build that I did a few weeks ago, but it's more powerful than that, and it sort of works the opposite way around in some ways. That was built around staying at a distance, where this is more built at being close in. So we'll look at the Hunter's Fury first off. So the two pieces are shotgun damage and SMG damage. I'm not actually using an SMG, I'm using an assault rifle as my second weapon, but the shotgun, which is the Scorpio, is my first weapon, so it'll benefit from that plus 15. Three pieces are armor on kill, 20%, that's pretty decent. Health on kill, 100%, again decent. And then Apex Predator, enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. So that's obviously really strong. Killing a debuff enemy with your weapon disorientates other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So another 25% damage there if you kill 5. And the disorientate is a status effect, and it jumps to other enemies that you haven't even touched. So moving on to the talent on the pack, we have increased the radius of disorientate from 5 meters to 10 meters. So 10 meters is actually fairly decent range. So enemies around you are going to get disorientated just by killing one enemy. So that's pretty decent. Let's just take a look at the chest piece. The talent on the chest piece increases the duration of Apex Predator stacks from 10 seconds to 30 seconds. So all the enemies around you are going to be disorientated, and your damage to them will be 5% higher for 30 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So potentially 25% higher. And that's on top of this 20% here for a whole 30 seconds from killing one. And 30 seconds can be a long time in a close range fight. Looking at the Vial Mask now. So the main thing is its toxic delivery. So status effects also apply a damage over time debuff for 10 seconds. Total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussion grenade damage and increased by your status effect attributes. Okay, so anytime something gets a status effect, and it doesn't matter what status effect it is, they will over 10 seconds receive 50% of your frag grenade's damage, and that will actually be increased, and that will actually be more than that because of status effects on top of it. And the Vial Mask itself applies status effect. That's maximum roll on status effects, so 10% on top, which is pretty decent. We've also got an extra skill tier, which is not super crucial to the build, but welcome all the less. Hazard protection, that's fine, and I've got the armor on kill mod there. Okay, the last piece. Now this is a bit of a wild card. You can use anything you want, just something that fits your play style or whatever you have that's well rolled. So on this one, I've got this badger tough, so 10% shotgun damage. My main weapon here is going to be the Scorpio, so that helps there. You could have some China Light, which would boost your frag grenade damage and therefore boost the effect of Vial. But actually, I thought with this one, it's well rolled. I've rolled critical hit damage on there. I could re-roll that as critical hit chance if I wanted to. But I've got maximum status effects, max armor, and then this ammo capacity is just a little icing on the cake. Status effects obviously boosts the Vial Mask. Look, on the set, I've got status effect rolled on everything. A lot of Hunter's Fury builds will be crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere, but I've put the status effect on there again, boosting the Vial, boosts the Disorientate, and then I've stuck a critical hit chance mod on that as well. Over here we have more critical hit chance, again maximum weapon damage, status effects rolled on, gloves nearly maximum damage, and the knee pads will be max damage and status effects again. So we've got status effects, maximum status effects on all 6 pieces, so we've got 60% status effects, so that's all boosting the Vial Mask. And then we've got a little bit of crit here and there, and then the odd things that are on the Vial. Okay, moving on to the weapons then. I've got Scorpio, nearly perfectly rolled, not quite, I can probably sort that. Maximum shotgun damage, decent damage to armor, and it's got critical hit damage as well. Now, but the key is this septic shock. So shooting a target applies a stack of venom which lasts 10 seconds, increasing the stacks, adds a more severe debuff to the target. So poison after 1, disorientate for 3, 6 will shock them, and that will basically immobilize them, and you can take the chance to reload if you're stuck. And then 7, they're just taking extra damage. Of course, this is on top of Hunter's Fury, which is already increasing your damage to them if they're close enough. If you kill one of them, it disorientates all the others within 10 meters, and if they get that, they'll all be suffering with the Vial Mask already doing them damage. So if you kill one enemy, anything within 10 meters is immediately disorientated, immediately got the Vial. Okay, the secondary weapon. So I've just got this assault rifle, the same one I had on my Vial Blood build. Maximum rolled. It's decent. It's got the 8x scope on. This is just to give me some ranged attack if I need it, accuracy and stability, and extra rounds. It's got Sadist on. To be honest, this weapon is less important. It's just a matter of having something decent. Scorpio's close range, so it's worth having something that does damage at range. But just bear in mind that at any sort of real range, you're not getting any of the benefit of Hunter's Fury. Sadist doesn't particularly synergize as such, so just something on there. You could have an SMG because that will receive the plus 15% damage from the Hunter's Fury, but you will end up basically with 2 close range weapons, and when you want to poke at something a bit further away, it's not particularly helpful. So anyway, I've just got that on there. But you pick whatever you want. Okay, just jumping in here from the future. I did come up with an SMG alternative. This weapon, the Enhanced PP-19. This was a perfectly roll one with critical hit damage, so I was able to re-roll the talent to Outsider. So Outsider gives 100% optimal range and 100% accuracy for 10 seconds. So on an SMG, that's quite a bit of help. The only thing is that you do have to kill something first. Mod-wise, I put the 8x scope with the headshot damage and the optimal range on the muzzle. It only has the 2. Again, same with the sidearm. This isn't really part of the build really. Although if you do a headshot with this perpetuation, you'll get 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect you apply, and you're applying a lot of status effects. So pop a headshot, then trigger a status effect. Can't hurt. Okay, I'll have a look now at the Specialization. I've gone with Demolitionist, and part of the reason for that is this 10% increased explosive damage. So that increases your concussion grenade damage, which in turn will affect the damage done by the Vial Mask. We've got the frag grenade on. You can keep the concussion grenade on if you prefer. Nothing particularly special, but it does apply bleed, and that I can then use that secondary weapon which has Sadist on. So the frag grenade helps in my particular case, but if you're using a different secondary weapon, then maybe not so much. Okay, we are playing close range, so if your armor gets broken, refilling your ammo is quite useful. Just makes you get that kill, and then of course if you get the kill you get 20% of your armor back from the Hunter's Fury perk. Damage to targets out of cover is pretty good when you're mixing it up with them, and the ignoring explosions can be pretty helpful. Nothing else particularly on here that's great. I mean, you could go survivalist, get the protection from elites, but really I think I've gone the opposite way. On the Vile Blood build I went with the survivalist, but you could have gone demolitionist. On this one I'm saying you could have done survivalist, but I'm going with demolitionist. But I mean I wouldn't say that specialization is super important here. I probably wouldn't go sharpshooter, and I probably wouldn't go firewall. Gunner and technician could probably manage on. Skills then, let's have a look at those. Shield, close up, it's a Crusader shield, so we can use a shotgun. Fix a drone with a damage mod on for some reason. Oh, because I haven't got any other mods. Yeah, so fix a drone. So just the skills of protection and healing. The shield is more of a lifesaver. You can, because of that 20% armor regen on kill, you can actually, providing you're making kills, you can actually face tank and just use this as sort of a lifesaver. Really, you don't have to spend all your time behind it unless you're getting pounded. I mean, not much more to say on that. I mean, the rest of it's pretty straightforward. Right, okay, what I'm going to do, and I can't believe I would actually do this, but now, to say, I have never done Legendary. So, I want to see how this goes. This is the first time I've ever played Legendary.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
I suspect I'm going to be in a bit of trouble here.
Serious trauma detected.
Wow.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Vital signs critical. Agent vital signs 0.
Okay, yeah, it's not very good at, it's not very good on Legendary. However, it will piss heroic.
This is a chance to wipe out the hyena leadership in one decisive blow. Get in there and hunt them down. Every last one of them.
So if I want to, I can push up. I can use the shield to cover the ground. I don't have to be constantly hiding. I mean, I'm not face tanking stuff that at huge range, but I can close up. I can face tank them from, so I can do things like this. So I've got some survivability there, but to go the way of that. Right. And the vial affects with the Scorpio because of the shock ammo. You can actually affect the things like the warhounds and the artillery turrets and drones and stuff. See, I mean, it's kind of easy heroic. I'm not like particularly having to hide or anything, which
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I mean, you can't be completely careless like there. It's not like playing it on normal.
Serious trauma detected.
But I mean, Legendary was insane, so. So there, I can just shoot that one that's on the turret and it's... They're just dying by themselves. I can hide from them. Oh, we've got the drone's down at the moment, so I'll be careful.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Sniper turret got me. So far, nothing too challenging. Someone's flanking me to the left. I can't hear them, but... Oh shit. Go on then, shoot your guy. I wanna... Hey! So I did clear this level when we had the shields thing on a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't particularly challenging. You know, you couldn't necessarily always choose your target that you wanted to. But he's bleeding, so perfect opportunity for me to... please. So there, well, my life's low. I'm getting healed while he's still dying to the effects of the status. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but I'm not really having any trouble here. Should probably move up a bit though. It's mainly I can't see them.
Serious trauma detected.
A lot of cars.
Agent in need of backup.
It's yeah, so even when you're sort of a little overwhelmed, it's not that bad. It's more a matter of just taking it easy. I'm not sure
Local
what
power
this is
offline.
doing,
Circuit breaker detected.
Then with the shields, as long as one pellet gets through the eye slot, then they get the Vial Mask. I'm just letting the status effects out. My weapon damage at this range isn't going to be super, but it doesn't matter because of the extra damage they're taking on fire. Where's that bloody car? See, this build is actually really fun because it just makes you feel like it's comfortable. I don't feel like really in danger. There are some times you need to be careful. It's some heroic. If you die, if you get cocky and you die, then you start the whole level again. So.
Set up in the mall. They're not getting through here. Don't die, motherfucker. Not a chance.
Just refresh my drone before this next fight. So this one shouldn't be too bad. Obviously the last one isn't a problem if you die on the last one because you don't go back to the start. You just restart the boss fight. The second one is a bit of difficulty, one with the one with the sort of armored vehicle.
Okay then.
Vital signs critical.
I'm gonna die now. Well, you watch this.
They're hiding behind that barrier.
Immediate medical assistance needed. critical.
So I was saying about getting cocky, the sniper turret there kept losing all my armor because that I wasn't paying attention to it. Fucking probably. I didn't see it there. There we are. Right. Now I shouldn't have nearly as much trouble. Should have received the just sitting there.
Still there, sweetie?
There you are.
Hello? Fuck. Everybody get yourselves ready. This situation is serious.
Right, so wish me luck with the next one. I managed to do it last time. This build. It's with the Guardians, so it should be easier in some ways, although you don't get that Guardian buff, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. No. We got that week yet. Oh, I'm full. So against these red guys, rifles absolutely good. Assault rifles absolutely fine. Yeah, in terms of timing, I don't particularly do a good job of it, but if you keep an eye on some of the enemies and don't necessarily finish them off, too many. So to be efficient with the vial, the vial, if you think they're going to die without shooting them, don't shoot them. Not unless you need to. Just want to clear the enemies so they're not shooting you. It's good that killing that actually gives you your armor back. Counts as a death. Even though nobody's actually died. So this is where those other builds, that Vile Blood build and that Cowboy build I did, struggled a little bit because you get flanked and you've got this big guy. You can avoid him, but then you get flanked and then you lose your shield if you've got a shield, which you didn't have shield on those other builds. So now here, even here,
Vital signs critical.
there you go.
Agent killed.
Wanted to whack him one, but as normal I hadn't put the melee attack. Anyway, it's usually this one that gets me. And you have to start the whole level again, which is kind of crap, but still. And then I can't be bothered, so. Yeah, there we go. Oh yes, that's fine. I'll just start all over again. So yeah, lots of fun, and I'm pretty good in sort of a less conventional way than stacking crit. Obviously not really viable in Legendary, but, you know, as I said at the start, it's for a bit of fun. So anyway, if you've got any ideas for a theme build you'd like me to do, either around a piece of equipment or a set, then pop it down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next one.